Pioneer fans, Pioneer women's varsity soccer is live and on the air. Pioneer women's varsity soccer is welcoming in Dexter. The JV squad played and beat Dexter 8-0. The varsity squad looking to get a win today as well. Pioneer is 1-1-1, having beaten Woodhaven in their first home game. Unfortunately, we weren't able to be here for that, but that was on the 22nd of March. That was a 2-0 win. The game versus Chelsea was canceled back on the 4th due to wet weather conditions and soaked field. Then they were away the 8th versus Birmingham Seaholm. That was a 2-2 draw. And then they lost to Skyline back on the 11th. That would be yesterday. That was a 5-0 loss, or 5-0 loss to Skyline. So 1-1-1 here, taking on Dexter. The Dreadnoughts have only played one game. That was yesterday away at Lincoln, and that was a 8-0 win over at Lincoln. So Pioneer looking to get above 500. Dexter looking to keep undefeated and keep on their winning ways. We have about 3 minutes and 40 seconds counting down. So we'll play a few messages from the MHSAA and get going next.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the Health and Safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We'll turn it over to our public address announcer, Michael, to welcome everyone.
Pioneer High School for tonight's varsity contest between the visiting Dexter Dreadnoughts and the Ann Arbor Pioneers.
As the captains are over talking across the way and shaking hands and getting moment instructions from the officials. Beautiful, beautiful day today, 77 degrees at game time. You have a beautiful blue sky with a couple, hawks flying around. And as soon as the captains come back and line up, we'll have the starting lineups.
Our players. First, for the visiting Dexter Lady Dreadnoughts, introducing number 1, Brady Weinman. Number 2, Sophia Wismer. Number 3, Zoe Hartman. Number 4, Kendall Cabana. Number 5, Lacey Jernigan. She's Captain Jernigan. Number 6, Brooke Alexander. Number 7, Ella Graybill. Number 8, Sasha Jones. Number 9, Cece Palazzolo. Number 10, Ava Lewis. Number 11, Lena Gardner. Number 12, Kate Graydon. Number 13, Maya Weiss. Number 14, Sarah Scaling. Number 16, Grace Hashikawa. Number 18, Lydia Bauer. Number 19, Madison Winters. Number 20, Anna Marie Mint. Number 21, Grace Cook. 22, Bella Roller. Number 25, the captain is Roller. 25, Olivia Scheid. 27, Alexis Roller. 32, Millie Truesdale. Number 35, Paige Babcock. And goalkeeper, number 00, Alicia Farmer. The head coach is Reese Moeller, assisted by Drew Tucker, Jamie Lewis, Matt Murphy, and Noah Lewis. And now let's do the lineups for the Ann Arbor Pioneers. Introducing number 0, Jordan Knox. Number 2, Zoe Willison. Number 3, Maddie Hood. Number 6, Lydia Beazle. Number 7, Margaret Poppins. Number 8, Claire Sleeman. Number 11, Ava Tikaker. Number 19, Brianna Powell. Number 21, Audrey Auer. 22, Kaylee Karsh. 23, Darren McDaniel. Number 24, Nana Newpower. 28, Bella Puente. Number 29, Jessica Gia. Number 39, Ellie Franklin. Number 50, Quincy Bean. Number 51, Ivy Wilhelm. Number 58, Sonia Walter. Also introducing for the varsity tonight, please welcome Georgia Wilhelm, number 49, and Lauren Stanley, number 42. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy today's game, or tonight.
As 40 minutes up on the clock, we're about to get ready to go here with the second home game for your Pioneer women's varsity soccer team here at Hollway Field. The officials come out to the center circle and get the ball set right at the blockades. Both squads grouped together. Pioneer in their purple kits as they have the purple tops, purple bottoms, purple socks, numbers in white on the back. Small number on the front of the kit. Overtaking a look at Dexter. Dexter is in their white kits with the maroon numbers on the back. White tops, white shorts, and white socks. As both squads getting last-minute instructions from their coaching staff. Again, Pioneer 1-1-1 on the season. Dexter 1-0 coming off of their first game over at Lincoln. Pioneer coming off of their first loss versus Skyline yesterday, looking to bounce back and get a big win here versus fellow SEC Red foe, Dexter. As the official heads out to the center circle. As Dexter heads out onto the pitch. Dexter will be going from left to right, Pioneer right to left here in the first half. You just couldn't ask for a better day here, especially early spring. As Pioneers set in their positions. Here comes Dexter. As Palazzolo ready to kicks it back, and then that launched all the way, getting into the attacking third, but that goes out the far touchline. That will be a throw-in. As Williston throws it in down that far touchline, goes out the far touchline. That will stay Pioneer ball as Williston Throws it in, trying to get it over to Powell. That right over midfield, all the way back into the Dexter defending third, as popping that ahead was Babcock down the near side of the pitch and out the near touchline. And we'll be back over to Poppins. Poppins with the throw-in on the near touchline. Trying to get it over to Powell. Powell has it. Now that's sent out into the midfield area. In the middle third, now coming back. Palazzolo moves it back to her defense. Sent up the near side over to Bella Roller. As that directed out the near touchline. Throw in there by Scheib. Go out the near touchline. Poppins with it. Poppins, the throw in. That goes over as Powell has it. Pulled away by Alexis Roller down on the near touchline. Poppins again with the throw in. Just on the edge of the attacking third here for Pioneer. That gets all the way back as Beam has it in along. Centering attempt that headed up by Wilhelm, and that'll go out the end line. That will result in a goal kick. As Farmer races over to get it underneath the gator over there with a little Gatorade in the back. Get that set. Inside the 18, steps back. Just on the edge of that goal area. Now Farmer moves it over on the far wing and sent down the far touchline, tipped and out as trying to redirect it was Jernigan. That will result in a Pioneer throw-in on the far touchline. And ball on the far line, sent deep into the attacking third, but that'll go out the far touchline. Racing over to get it is going to be Powell. Powell with the throw-in. Excuse me, that's Williston with the throw-in. Comes down and grabbing it. Farmer has it inside the 18. Farmer bounces the ball. Punts it away. That comes just shy of midfield as Poppins trying to head it, then Beam trying to get to it, and that'll be a free kick here by Dexter as they'll get back going as Alexis Roller puts her foot into it. Knocked the other direction by the Pioneer defense, now brought up by Truesdale. Truesdale has it knocked back into the middle third, racing over to get a Beam, sends it ahead as that is chipped out the near touchline. Sent over that way by Babcock. Poppins with the throw-in on the near touchline. And brought back, Powell with it, coming between the hash marks. Powell has that tipped back away. Now Hood fires it forward, trying to hit it back to Powell. Dexter intercepts, heading back the other direction. Dexter in the middle third, over midfield, fires it into the attacking third. Sleeman racing, trying to get it. That ball out the end line, just the far side of the Pioneer goal. It should be, looks like it is going to be a corner for Dexter, as taking that corner is going to be number 27, Alexis Roller.
Dexter, number 27, Roller with the corner.
So first set piece here for Dexter. As that is hit up high in the 18, headed, but just goes out to the near side as Cabana got her head on it, but went wide to the near side. That results in a goal kick for Pioneer here in this 35 minutes and 14 seconds left to go here in the first half as Karsh sends it down the far side of the pitch, trying to intercept it. There's Cabana. Cabana right at midfield, trying to get around McDaniel. Dexter centers the ball, tipped up over there by Gardner. Now coming in deep in the attacking third, racing over on the near side, trying to peel that away as that was Palazzolo, and that grab by Knox. Knox with the ball inside the 18. Scoreless so far. 34 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. Knox puts her foot into it, bounces over midfield. Hold by Babcock. Now that back. Farmer sends it down the pitch. Hood knocks it the other direction. Pulled up there by Scheib. Scheib feeds it forward. Now that grab by McDaniel for Pioneer. Sent down the far touchline. Grabbed by Wilhelm back on her own side of midfield. Wilhelm trying to avoid pressure by Mint on that far touchline. Wilhelm as it's set, and that's going to be Karsh on the free kick over on the far side. Karsh boots it away down the pitch. That comes over onto the near wing, racing over, trying to keep it in play. Then batted by Dexter off of a Pioneer player as that went off of Bean. Back over, Sleeman has it. Just over midfield, sends it back into the attacking third. That ball up. Over trying to get to it is Gardner. Sent ahead and out the near touchline. And it stays Dreadnought ball as Gardner with it on the near sideline. Feeding it ahead. Palazzolo gets it into the attacking third. Coming over. Knox trying to grab it. That ball down as Jernigan racing over to get it. Knox went down to grab it. Whistle, and that is going to result in a goal kick for Knox. Scoreless so far. 32 minutes, 45 seconds left to go here in the first. Now Karsh will come over to kick it away. Karsh, who had a fantastic basketball season. Lots of multi-sport athletes on these teams. Karsh lifts it over midfield, back, stopped, kicked the other direction by Babcock. Now comes over on the near touchline and out. Poppins with the throw-in on the near touchline. Poppins trying to get it over to Powell. Powell on the near side of the pitch. Then sent the other direction by Dexter. Launched. But they're going to say that went out the near touchline. And will again be a throw-in by Poppins. Poppins. Waiting for everyone to get set now. Poppins with the throw-in. She went off the back of Powell. That knocked down the near side of the pitch. Gardner trying to get to it, but a whistle. Again, Poppins with the throw-in on the near touchline. Poppins arcs it down the near side of the pitch towards the end line. Trying to get to it is Bean. Bean has it. Now Dexter trying to launch it as they've kicked it off of a Pioneer player. That will be Dreadnoughts with the throw-in. As that was Scheib tossing it in. Now she'll get another attempt at it. 31 minutes, 7 seconds left to go here in the first. 0-0 is our score. Scheib throws it in, gets it over to Palazzolo. Fired ahead, right at center. Karsh moves it over to Sleeman. Sleeman lifts it high in the air. Powell racing down into the attacking third, trying to get to it inside the 18. And knocked off of a Dexter player, now grabbed by Farmer. Farmer walks to the edge of the 18. Farmer kicks it right to midfield. Karsh with the header. Comes back over on the near side of the pitch. Kicked up by Scheib. Back. Alexis Roller moves it back to her defense. Then that comes over on the far side of the pitch. Racing over to try and get to it was Williston. Dexter with the throw-in. That coming down on the far side of the pitch. Lewis with it on that far touchline. Sent back over to Truesdale. Truesdale gets it over midfield. Headed up the other direction by Pioneer. Trying to battle back. Hood trying to go the other direction. Hood brought back and fed over by Williston. Hood gets it back. Hood tips it over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm trying to make her way around Gardner. Wilhelm trying to get it up the near side of the pitch. That's sent back now. Sleeman lifts it high. Dexter gets it over midfield into the attacking third, but offsides the call. And Pioneer will take over with the free kick. 29-18 left to go here in the first. As Karsh gets it set. Karsh gets back to get a little room to work. Karsh kicks it high, arcing it down the pitch. That grab by Farmer in the 18. Farmer had Powell right there looking for a rebound. Farmer able to grab it. Now she arcs it down the field the other way. Bounces over midfield. Headed up by Karsh, getting it over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm trying to use her body to shield it from Mint. Wilhelm fires it down on the far side of the pitch. Coming ahead with it is Williston. Williston feeding it over to Hood in the attacking third. That tip down as Williston gets it down into the 18. Farmer grabs it there on a bounce. Farmer, the Dexter keeper, bounces it again. Now boots a low line drive kick, knocked down, getting it over to Powell. Powell moves it back. Here comes Hood down the far hash marks, loose coming in. Here comes, there was a whistle and offsides, as I believe that was Auer who was right there to put it in, but that is going to be Dexter with the free kick on the offsides.
Dexter free kick.
27:40 left to go as that arced right over midfield here in the first. Karsh chips it up, arcing over. Hood trying to get to it. That brought back by Jernigan. Jernigan racing down the far side now. Williston kicks it the other direction. All the way back over to Karsh. Collision right on the far touchline. That goes out. That will be Pioneer on the throw-in as Williston has it on the far touchline. Williston arcs it in. That headed up high by Jernigan. Battle for it along that far touchline. Sent ahead. Now Karsh launches it the other direction over midfield. Babcock races back into her own defensive third. Moves it back over to Farmer, who launches it high, arcing. Right back into the middle third. Sent right over midfield. Coming over to try and get to that is Wismer. And that will go out the far touchline. Dexter with the throw-in. Karsh trying to kick it the other direction. That again goes out the far touchline. That will be a Dexter throw-in. Just trying to get the number. Couldn't quite see it. Pop back again. Karsh trying to knock it off the body and wouldn't stay in on the pitch. Brought back over. Jernigan has it on that far sideline over to Palazzolo. Ball kicked into the 18, right on the far post, off the woodwork and grabbed by Knox. 25:56 left to go here in the first half. Stolen away by Dexter. That ball moved back over. Sleeman has it just outside of the 18. Launched all the way over midfield, racing back to get it. Trying to pull that over is Beam. That'll go out the near touchline. Beam quickly with it. On the throw-in, Beam launches it down the near side of the pitch. Is Powell trying to get to it. That'll go out the end line. I think it went out the end line, which would be a corner for Pioneer.
Pioneer corner attempted by number 58, Sonia Walter.
Looks like it is. Sorry, that's actually going to be a throw-in. Forgive me. Just went right at the edge. So it ends up being a throw-in. Poppins throws it in. That popped up, trying to get it back. Chipped over onto the near side and out the near touchline. Poppins now with the throw-in. Just in that, just on the middle third, Poppins Waiting for the throw in. Substitutions coming in, it looks like. Poppins throws it down the near side of the pitch, racing over to get it is Beam. Beam puts it up high, and that goes out the end line. That'll be a goal kick for Dexter. As Farmer has it inside the 18. She'll get it set on that edge of that goal area. Farmer, line drive down the far side of the pitch. That'll go out. As quickly with the throw in is Williston. Pioneers sends it back, trying to get it back to their Neubauer. Over on the far side of the pitch, Palazzolo trying to bring it ahead. Now send it back over to Jernigan. And ball grabbed and launched ahead by Neubauer. Headed back the other direction, right back in the midfield area by Dexter. Now Hood launches it ahead. That rolls into the 18, plucked up there by Farmer. Farmer will bounce it. Farmer, it's a little bit more arc on this one. Hits right at midfield, racing over Sleeman. Launches it high up into the air. And picked up by Wilhelm. Wilhelm moves it back to Hood, down the far side of the pitch, racing over. As Farmer grabs that up. Farmer comes to the edge of the 18. Farmer arcs it high. Hits just shy of midfield. Beam had it. Now that fired ahead by Auer. Hood over on the near side of the pitch. Gets it over to Poppins. Poppins into the attacking third. Poppins stops, spins, trying to get pressure away. As that fired ahead by Dexter. Dexter with the throw in, as that is going to be Scheib with the throw in on the near touchline. Trying to move that over to Palazzolo. Stolen away by Wilhelm. Wilhelm has that right. Battle for it. Picked up and fired ahead by Dexter by Cook. Pioneer Neubauer has it back in her own defensive third. Neubauer feeds it ahead to Hood. Hood trying to use her body to protect it against Mint. Sent down the far touchline ahead. Trying to pull it down on that far touchline was Walter. And just couldn't corral it. It goes out. That'll be a throw-in on that far touchline. So can't seem to see a number on the front of that kit. Pop back over on the near wing. Pioneer has it. Auer feeds it ahead. Racing over, trying to get to it is Beam, and can't quite get to it before it goes out the end line. That will be a goal kick for the Dreadnoughts. Farmer gets it set on the edge of the goal area. 21 minutes, 24 seconds left to go here in the first, as it's 0-0. And as opposed to if you watched any MLS, just like college soccer, the clock counts down in high school soccer here at the MHSA. If you come to any AFC Ann Arbor games that will be here at Pioneer this spring, that'll be the traditional Premier League counting up. Over, coming in, here comes Hood. Hood couldn't quite get a clean kick. Is good defense coming over by the Dreadnoughts. I believe that was Jernigan who got in the way and made that a difficult kick. Farmer puts it on the edge of the goal area, ready to kick it away with the goal kick again. Lower kick down the far touchline. Played off the body, coming ahead. Hood knocks it away. Gets it back over to Walter. Walter feeds it down the far touchline. Centering attempt for Pioneer, and Farmer grabs it inside the 18. Farmer grabbed it right in front of the goal. Farmer, arcing kick towards midfield. Wilhelm trying to fire it ahead. Wilhelm chases it down right at midfield. That plucked up by Dexter. Moved ahead by Hartman. Racing over. Poppins trying to get to it. That will go out as Gardner was trying to get a good beat on it, running down into the 18. That should be a goal kick for Pioneer. No, that is going to be That is going to be a corner for Dexter, as Alexis Roller will have the corner.
Number 27, Alexis Roller.
So second set piece here for Dexter. High into the 18, headed back. Move it. Good job by Pioneer down there to try and move it over was Beam. Comes down on the near side of the pitch, trying to feed it ahead was Alexis Roller. And went out the near touchline, so Poppins with the throw-in on the near touchline. 19 minutes left to go here in the first. 0-0 is the score. Poppins throws it down the near side of the pitch over to Powell. Powell trying to use her body to protect the ball. Powell trying to get around. Scheib sends it into the offensive third, moved over, sent deep over here. Palazzolo trying to get to it. Knocks it away, and that will go out the near touchline. That'll be a throw-in for Gardner. Whistle. 18:26 left to go. As that is going to come over, and that's going to be a Pioneer throw-in on the near touchline. Looks like Dexter stepped out the near touchline. Poppins steps back, gets a little room to throw that ahead. 18 minutes left to go here in the first half. 0-0 is our score. Launched up high as Powell plays it off the body, backs up. Powell trying to get a room to turn on it, trying to move it over to Beam. That goes out the near touchline. Pioneer with the throw-in. Poppins ahead to Powell. Powell again looking to try and find a way to turn on that ball and get around Babcock. That ball is kicked off of Babcock, now headed. Here comes Beam racing down the near side of the pitch. That knocked out by Bella Roller. That'll be a throw for Pioneer. Beam throws it in, trying to get it into the 18, racing over, kicked up high. Knocked down by Scheib. Sent deep into the 18, but plucked up there by Knox. By Farmer. Farmer kicks it towards midfield. Hood trying to pull that ball away from Jernigan. Jernigan feeds it down the far touchline. That'll go out. Pioneer to throw in just in front of their own bench. As that will be Williston with the throw-in. No. That'll be Tikekar on the throw-in. As Willison went out for a breather. Tikekar gets it all the way deep down into the Dexter 18. Farmer has it there. Farmer arcs it down the field as that headed by Poppins. Back over midfield by Auer, now heading up the other direction. Down right at the edge of the defensive Serb, Scheib sends it ahead, now played over onto the near sideline. And we'll head back, and Dexter will restart right at the 40. So free kick.
With a free kick.
So Alexis Roller kicks it down the field. Goes all the way into the far corner, racing over and out the end line. Last touch by Dexter, so that should be a goal kick for Pioneer. 15:25 left to go here in the first. Pioneer back to kick it away. As that launched all the way down by Beazle. Dexter intercepts, knocked away by Pioneer as Powell trying to get it over midfield, sent the other direction. Here comes Alexis Roller, feeds it ahead, but that goes out the near touchline. Poppins with the throw-in for Pioneer. Poppins arcs it over midfield as Beam trying to get down to it before Scheib has it. That over and just out the near touchline. Poppins with the throw-in. Poppins again trying to get it over to Powell. Powell trying to make her way past a couple defenders, sent the other direction, knocked down. As bringing it is Wilhelm down the near side of the pitch. Wilhelm trying to get it over to Beam and just out of her reach, out the end line. That will be a goal kick for Dexter. 14 minutes, 13 seconds left to go here in the first. Farmer sets it on the edge of the goal area. Farmer steps back, puts her foot into it again. Low line drive kick down the far side of the pitch. Taken there and blasted ahead by Cabana. All the way down the far touchline and out to Kicker with the throw-in on the far touchline. Oh, that'll be a free kick, excuse me. To Kicker with the free kick.
It will be to Kaker with the Pioneer free kick.
To Kaker. A low line drive kick right into the attacking third. Trying to pull that away was Walter, but Dexter comes away with it. Intercepted. Headed the other direction is Wilhelm. Wilhelm coming down. Outside now. Powell racing over as that's kicked away. Out the far touchline by Babcock to stop a Pioneer offensive chance. Quickly to Kaker. Inbounds it. That ball headed up high. Auer trying to pull it away. Auer trying to split a pair of defenders. That fired ahead by Alexis Roller. Now here comes Pioneer down the far touchline. That knocked out by Cabana to Kaker. With the throw in, Powell trying to get to it as that's grabbed by Farmer in the 18. Farmer dribbles it a couple times. Now puts a high arcing kick down the pitch. Dexter right at midfield. Now Poppins moves it back over as Wilhelm trying to get it over to Neubauer. Neubauer ahead to Hood right at midfield. Hood trying to avoid pressure by Mint. Hood feeds it ahead, knocked the other direction. Back to midfield. Neubauer again launches it down. That headed back by the Dreadnoughts. Now knocked down the other direction. As Alexis Roller gets it back to midfield. Pioneer volleys it the other direction. Now Neubauer lifts it over midfield. There's a whistle, and that'll be a Dexter free kick.
Dexter free kick. Number 27, Alexis Roller.
Alexis Roller to take that kick. Gets it set just on the edge of the block ace. Just in that middle third towards the Pioneer defensive zone. Alexis Roller kicks it as Wilhelm feeds it the other direction. Walter trying to get to it, but that'll go out the far touchline. That will be a throw-in for the Dreadnoughts on that far touchline. Cabana throws it in. Now Walter kicks it down. Powell trying to get to it. Knocked away before she could get it by Bella Roller. Dexter controls just on their own side of midfield. That launched all the way down. Poppins trying to move it over to Beam. Lifted back, headed up high. Poppins now on the near wing. Played back by Jernigan. Loose. Auer trying to pull that away as Alexis Roller brings it down into the offensive attacking third. Now Powell over midfield for Pioneer. That kicked away from her. Lifted down the near touchline is Beam. Feeds it over to Auer. Auer trying to split a pair of defenders. And knocked down, stealing it away. Battling down there is Wilhelm, and now launched all the way into the Pioneer defensive third. Neubauer trying to kick that away from Palazzolo. As that'll go out, and that will be a corner. As Alexis Roller will take the corner for Dexter.
Alexis Roller will take the Dexter corner, 27.
0-0 here for 9:40 left to go here in the first half. As Alexis Roller raises her hand, kicks it there, headed up high in the 18 and goes out the end line just on the far side of the goal. That will be a goal kick for Pioneer. 9 minutes, 24 seconds left to go here in the first. Ball set at the edge of the goal area. Beazle back there with Knox. Looks like Beazle will take the kick. Beazle. Line drive kick towards midfield. Played on the near side of the pitch. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Pioneer as Wilhelm down the near touchline. Wilhelm racing down into the offensive third. Wilhelm turns on it with the centering attempt. That grabbed by Farmer. And she races out and grabs that before Pioneer can do any damage. Farmer arcs it high, bounces just at midfield. Back, Beazle sends an arcing kick that popped up high right at midfield. Now Hood chases it down. That headed ahead and brought back down on that far touchline. Sent ahead by Dexter as they get it into the attacking third. Beazle trying to knock it away. That bounced up high off of a Dreadnought. As Dreadnoughts move it back and coming trying to grab it was a Beam. Now Powell trying to feed it over. That intercepted by Babcock, who puts it down the near side of the pitch. Racing back over. Poppins trying to get to it. Knocked out of bounds by Gardner. Poppins with the throw-in on the near touchline. Poppins lifts it high. Powell plays it off the body, heads towards the center of the pitch, trying to get it over to Walter. Move back towards midfield. Here comes Wilhelm. Wilhelm gets it into the attacking third. Wilhelm has that pulled away and blasted the other direction by Bella Roller for the Dreadnoughts. Down the far side of the pitch. And moved back ahead by Scheib. Lifted all the way down deep into the attacking third for Dexter as they try and turn on it. That'll go out the end line. 7:06 left to go here in the first.
Will be Alexis Roller to attempt the Dexter corner.
So that'll be a corner in the far corner. Alexis Roller goes over to start this set piece. As it is 6 minutes 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Everyone gets set. Alexis Roller raises her hands, kicks it up high. As that played down over on the near side of the pitch. Here comes Beam. Beam racing down on the near touchline. Beam fires it ahead. That goes off of Gardner. As Beam will quickly throw it in, but a whistle. I think they're going to have it, Pioneer throw it in on the near touchline again as they want Poppins to back up where it went out the near touchline. Now Poppins throws it ahead. Karsh has it on the near touchline. Karsh trying to avoid a pair of Dexter defenders, gets it over to Beam. Beam trying to feed it through a pair of defenders, gets it over to Hood. Hood coming down the middle of the pitch. Hood feeds it ahead to Powell. Powell makes a nifty move, gets into the 18. Powell fires it, and it just goes wide to the far side of the goal. Good effort, good offensive play by Pioneer. The Dexter defense provided pressure just at the right time to make that a much harder shot. Farmer sets it on the edge of the goal area. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Farmer tips it over, and that lifted down, stopped by Walter on the far touchline. Walter looking to turn on it. Walter trying to get a cross away. Walter moves it back over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm trying to get it. That pulls back into the middle third. Controlled by Palazzolo. Launched all the way down the far touchline and out as Graybill tried to hold it in that far touchline and couldn't quite do it. Neubauer has it on the far side of the pitch, lifts it ahead. Now Walter on that far wing trying to move it over to Hood. Hood Trying to avoid pressure by Mint, battling there. Hood chips it ahead. That went out off of Mint, out the far touchline, quickly thrown in. Now Walter trying to move it ahead. That will go right into the far corner. Walter trying to keep it in for the cross, and the momentum just not helping Pioneer. That goes out the far touchline. 9:16 left to go here before halftime. Ball moved over. Williston as Walter trying to pull it away. And moved ahead by Bauer. Lifted down, now played over the middle. Coming ahead with it, Palazzolo. Down the near side of the pitch, into the attacking third, Palazzolo. As that is going to be a free kick. As for Dexter, as Palazzolo got her feet tangled. That is going to be Scheib, it looks like, to take the free kick now.
25, Olivia Scheib to take the free kick for the Dreadnoughts. 32.
So Truesdale lifts it into the 18, overheaded up high, and that goes just wide to the far side of the post. That will be a Pioneer goal kick with 3:06 left to go here. Set at the edge of the 18, now kicked away by Beazle. Bounces all the way down on the near side of the pitch. Powell trying to get to it, moved over. Now Beam trying to pull that away, lifted down the near and out the near touchline by the Dreadnoughts. Poppins with the throw-in on the near touchline. Powell plays it off her body. Powell tips it back to Poppins and just out of Poppins' reach out the near touchline. Dexter with the throw-in by Scheib. Poppins puts it towards the center of the pitch, headed back. Here comes Beam. Moving over to Karsh. Karsh plays it off the body, trying to protect it from a pair of defenders. Karsh turns on it. And that's sent back the other direction by Dexter as Bauer has it. Coming ahead with it is Bella Roller. And over midfield, post stolen away by Wilhelm. Wilhelm launches it the other direction. Dexter intercepts, knocks it down, as that is Graybill with it. Now Karsh picks it up right at midfield. Karsh gets it over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm tips it back to Karsh at the blockades. Karsh pops it up high in the air, trying to get it over as Williston tried to keep it in the far touchline, but just couldn't. And it's going to be a throw-in by Cabana. Cabana launches it down on the far side of the pitch. That goes out the far touchline. It will remain Dreadnought's ball. 1 minute, 18 seconds left to go here in this, the first half. 0-0 is our score as Dexter controls on that far touchline. Knocked away by Hood. Coming back over, trying to battle with it. Pulled down by Mint. Mint trying to grab that. Now Walters trying to move it back as one of the Dexter players went over a Pioneer foot down to the pitch, and that will be a free kick for Dexter, as that is Cabana to take it. Cabana launches it all the way down. Now Beazold fires it, and that goes out the far touchline. Pull it up. Again, knocked out the far touchline. 22 seconds left. As once more out the far touchline, Williston with the throw in for Pioneer, trying to get it ahead to Walter. Walter.
8, 7,
and out.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As that put in and all the way back over. There's the whistles, and that is the end of the first half.
As we enter halftime.
So we'll play a few messages from the MHSAA as it is 0-0 here.
In school sports, there is no such thing as a must-win situation.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the Health and Safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As we are coming down to the end of halftime, it is 0-0 here. Headed into the second half. The next game upcoming for Pioneer will be at home on the 18th. That's a 5:30 game as opposed to a 7 o'clock game versus Saline here at Hollway Field. Then Pioneer goes on the road on the 20th over at Lincoln High School. That'll be a 6 p.m. game before they head home on the 25th of April for a game versus Monroe here at Hollway Field. They close out the month away at Bedford on the 27th. That's no longer at the soccer field as they now play their soccer and lacrosse over at the football field as they now have turf there. And then the last game this month will be hosting Huron on the 29th here, 5:30 game at Hollway Fields. 40 minutes up on the clock as we're getting ready to enter the second half. Officials right on the middle of the pitch. Pioneer will be going from left to right. Correction, by the way, in goal is not Farmer, Alicia Farmer for Dexter. It is Weinman. So we forgive Weinman. Forgive me, Weinman. Thank you for correcting us. The sun's starting to get low behind us. Lights on here at Hollway Field. We stay at a beautiful 73 degrees here for the second half opening kick. As this has been just about the nicest, warmest, beautiful day we've had thus far this spring. Now that I've said that, I'm sure we'll have snow next week, but that's neither here nor there. As someone says, yep, that's what's going to happen, and you all can blame me. That'll be my fault for mentioning it. Dreadnoughts head out onto the field with their white kits with the maroon numbers on the back, small on the front. Right in the middle, Pioneer with their purple kits, white numbers on the back, on the front. As well as Powell set to get things started right in the center circle. A little bit earlier, Pioneer baseball beat Skyline 2-1. We appreciate Jeff Cass on the call for us. That put all the way down. Dexter intercepts. Coming the other direction is Scheib. Scheib sends it down the far touch line. That'll be a throw-in for Pioneer. Again, goes out. That'll be another throw-in for Pioneer on that far touch line. And move it over as Babcock. Babcock trying to get across. Over to Bella Roller. Bella Roller trying to fire it back. That goes out the far touch line. Pioneer with the throw-in, trying to get it is Powell, trying to work her way down that far end line, and that looks like that's going to be a corner for Pioneer as Wilhelm will take the corner.
Pioneer 51, Ivy Wilhelm will take the corner.
Is that ball set? I believe this is Pioneer's first corner of the game. Wilhelm raises her hand, kicks it away as that goes and just goes out the near touchline. As Beam to throw it in. Beam. That gets headed back by Dexter. Beam trying to keep it in. That'll go out. That'll stay Pioneer ball. As Beam. Over to Powell. Powell. Back to Beam. Beam launches it up high. Goes to the far side of the 18. Headed back. Here comes Powell trying to play it off the body. Now Beam pops it up high and grabbed by Weinman. As Pioneer with a good offensive set, but able to pull that away as Weinman. 38 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in the second half. That comes back all the way into the Pioneer defensive third over on the far side of the pitch. Whistle there, and it looks like it's going to be Pioneer on the free kick, as that's going to be Sleeman taking the free kick.
Be Sleeman for the Pioneer free kick.
Oops, looks like they're going to switch that as soon as we announce that. It's going to be Beazle.
Correction, Beazle.
Beazle Kicks it all the way down, and that'll go out the far touchline. Dexter with it with the throw-in. As that'll be Bella Roller. And over, firing it ahead is Mint. Sent back. Get it into the middle third. Dexter comes down. Mint moves it ahead. Now that launched the other direction by Williston. Beam comes down towards the end line. Beam looking for a cross, and that grab by Wyman. Wyman comes to the edge of the 18. 36 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. As Wyman kicks it away, arcing kick. Played off the body and sent ahead by Beazle. Here comes Karsh. Karsh gets it ahead to McDaniel. McDaniel moves it over on the near wing, trying to get to Williston. That kicked away by Graybill. Trying to pull it back over. Fed ahead by Wilhelm. Played back right to the edge of the middle third. Turning on it is Hood. Hood gets it over to McDaniel. McDaniel over to Powell. Bounces off of Powell. Back a little further, I think, than she expected it to. Fired all the way back over midfield by Dexter, but a whistle. It's going to go back onto the defensive third for Dexter, but they're going to have the free kick, and it looks like Bella Roller to take it.
The Roller with the Dexter free kick.
Bella Roller arcs it over midfield. Comes back as that ended up hitting off of Mint. Back over onto the near side of the pitch, trying to turn on it. As collision, and Pioneer has a player go down to the ground. That was Wilhelm. Pioneer will have a free kick, and it looks like that is going to be Beazle.
The Beazle with the free kick for the Pioneer.
Into the offensive third. Turning around on it, Dexter. And pulled back by Cabana. Cabana. And out the near touchline. Cabana with the throw-in. Cabana arcs it towards midfield. That grab by Karsh. Karsh over to Hood. Hood has that dispossessed. Headed the other direction was Alexis Roller. All the way down on the near side of the pitch. That goes out the near touchline. Williston moves it over to Beazle. Beazle puts it up high, and that will go out into the stands. It'll take a deflection, and hopefully not surprising the Dexter parents down there. Now bringing it ahead. Hood has it, trying to get away from Alexis Roller. Hood back over to Karsh. Karsh down the near side of the pitch. Karsh turns on it. And comes out the near touchline. Poppins gets it over to Williston. Williston with the inbound to Poppins. Poppins trying to move it back on the throw-in. Now that intercepted, coming the other direction is Graybill. As the officials trying to keep things calm down, gives a couple players a warning. 33 minutes, 52 seconds left to go. As free kick now to Alexis Roller. Lifted down, headed back by Pioneer, trying to get it. Wilhelm ahead to Hood. Hood down this near sideline. Hood over midfield. Hood feeds it ahead. Powell racing for it, trying to get it before Cabana. Powell feeds it over, shot, and that grabbed it. Saved by Wyman. Oh, good cross by Powell over to Beam. And Beam with a shot, but Wyman with a fantastic save, keeping it 0-0. 33 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here in the second. And ball over midfield. With it is Palazzolo. Going to come down the far side of the pitch into the offensive third. Going to pull it away back there. Loose. Wilhelm with it. Wilhelm stops. Fires it over midfield. All the way ahead. Racing over to get it is Powell, but kicked away by Wyman right at midfield. Fed ahead by Wilhelm, but launched the other direction by Dexter as that comes right on the edge of the Pioneer defensive third. Here comes Dexter in with it. is Alexis Roller. Alexis Roller gets it over to Graybill on the near sideline. Cross goes all the way through the 18, and that will roll, hit the flag, and roll out. As that is going to be a goal kick for Pioneer. Knox has it. And it looks like that is, again, going to be Beazle to kick it away. Beazle lifts it ahead. Back trying to grab it. Pioneer trying to move it over midfield was Wilhelm. Racing down. The near side is McDaniel. McDaniel slows up looking for a cross. McDaniel heading towards the center of the pitch. That shot just goes wide as coming in, Beam trying to get to it, and the shot just went to the far side of the goal. Wyman will track down that ball and set it up for a goal kick. 31 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. 0-0 is our score. Wyman gets it set on the edge of the goal area. Wyman kicks it over on the near side to Bella Roller. Bella Roller feeds it ahead as that ball rolls towards the near touchline. Moved back by Graybill. Now ahead down the near side. Graybill trying to get to it, but that goes out the near touchline. Williston for Pioneer with the throw-in. Williston trying to get to McDaniel. That pulled away by Alexis Roller. Alexis Roller moves it all the way down on the near side of the pitch. That will go out the end line. Knox, well, that will be actually, Beazle with the goal kick on the edge of the goal area. 30 minutes, 33 seconds left to go here in the second half. Scoreless game so far. Headed up by Scheib. Battle for right at center. Moved over to Alexis Roller. Alexis Roller feeds it down the middle of the pitch. Racing over to get it. Knox boots it up high in the air. Headed up high by Alexis Roller. Trying to knock it away is Sleeman down on that far side of the pitch. I think they'll say that kick came dangerously close to one of the other players, so that looks like that's going to be a free kick for Dexter, as that is going to be Alexis Roller on the free kick.
Roller with the Dexter free kick.
As they get everyone set where they want it to be. And now actually they faked Roller with the kick and was actually Palazzolo with it. That goes down into the 18 and that is going to be a throw-in on the near touchline for the Dreadnoughts. Controlled right on the edge of the 18, moved on the near side of the pitch to Graybill. Graybill, that goes out. Graybill will throw it in. Just on the edge of the corner as Cabana throws it in. Popped up high. Headed by Pioneer, but controlled by Dexter. And that's sent all the way back towards midfield. That'll go out the near touchline. Quickly thrown back in by Bella Roller. Wilhelm trying to make a move on it. Kicks it towards center. Here comes Karsh. Karsh blasts it between a pair of Dexter players racing to get it. That knocked away by Wyman before Pioneer's offense could get down to it. Launched right back into the Pioneer defensive third and picked up by Knox. Knox rolls it out on the side of the 18, launched ahead by Beazle. Headed the other direction by Alexis Roller. Now Beazle sends it ahead to Karsh. Karsh racing over. That brought ahead. Down the far side of the pitch, coming ahead with it. Here comes Pioneer. Moved over as Hood picks it up. Hood trying to cut inside of the hash marks. Hood moves it. That knocked down as Karsh with a shot, and Karsh scores! Karsh grabbed it on the far side of the 18, turned in, fired it in, and Karsh put it in at 27-49.
Kaylee Karsh. Time on the goal, 27 minutes and 49 seconds of the second half. And Pioneer is on the board.
1-0 Pioneer with the lead on the Karsh goal. Great job to grab that, not take too much time. Just spin, accurately find a place to put it and fire it in. Karsh now kicks it away. Pioneer coming down the far side, gets it back over to Walter. Walter trying to feed it down that far touchline. And it'll go out just before Beam can get to it. It'll be a throw-in on the far touchline by Scheib. And it'll go out again on the far touchline. Scheib again, I believe, will have the throw-in. And tipped out. That ball on the far touchline. There's a throw in by Dexter. Sent over Stanley battling on that far sideline. Sleeman with it as well. That goes out again, a throw in for the Dreadnoughts. As they get that into Mint. Mint pops it up high in the air. Headed up. And now launched by Williston as Williston feeds it ahead to Karsh. Karsh trying to avoid pressure by Mint. Knocked down. Now here comes Mint the opposite direction. Blasted the other way, high up in the air. Good job by the Pioneer defense. Now here comes Hood down the near side of the pitch over midfield. Powell trying to get it away from Cabana. Powell comes down on the near touch line. That got trapped in Cabana's feet, and that is going to come all the way back. As that's going to come back towards midfield, Pioneer.
Maybe Beazled with the Pioneer free kick.
As Beazle will take that kick just over midfield. Or maybe Karsh. Karsh will do it.
Correction, Karsh.
25 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Karsh kicks it away into the 18, headed back. Now that loose. Launched in by Stanley into the near corner. Powell chases it down, keeps it in. Powell with the cross, and that goes out just before it can get to the goal. Out on the near side of the goal, and that will be a goal kick by Dexter. 25 minutes even left to go here in this second. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Weinman as it's set where she wants it. Walter down there, close, trying to provide a little pressure. It's rolled over onto the far side of the pitch. Launched ahead by Dexter. Now Beam trying to pull that away. Battling Scheib. Beam with the cross. Right through. Shot and a save by Wyman. Oh, boy, what a save on a great opportunity for Pioneer. As I believe that was Wilhelm who got it right out in front, knocked down. Here comes Karsh. Karsh trying to move it back over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm racing down into the attacking third. Wilhelm has that popped up high in the air as Babcock got her foot in the way. And we'll go out the far touchline, and the Dreadnoughts will throw it in there. Launched, knocked down by Stanley, trying to get it going the other direction. And tipped right to midfield, but there is a whistle. And I believe advantage will be free kick to Dexter, as that is Alexis Roller. And actually coming over is Bella Roller. So Alexis Roller kicks it to Bella Roller. Back over to Alexis Roller on the far touchline. Launched down. Loose. Karsh trying to get to it. Played ahead. Moving over, trying to get to Hartman. Pulled away. Knox goes down and grabs it. As Beazle trying to help Knox up. As crashing down on that was Hartman. Knox gets a good round of applause as she pops up. Beazle will take the free kick.
Beazle with the Pioneer free kick.
Beazle lifts it over midfield, bounces there, headed up by Dexter. Knocked down, pulled away, rifled the other direction by Bella Roller. Offsides called, Pioneer on the restart. Beazle lifts it, headed up high by Cabana. Powell trying to get to it. Now that pulled down the near touch line. Trying to get to it first was Puente. With the throw-in is Alexis Roller. Alexis Roller throws it in. Cabana trying to pull that away. Now launched the other direction by Pioneer, right over midfield. Lifted high by Alexis Roller. Now down by Wilhelm. Wilhelm gets it out of her own defensive third. Trying to lift it ahead to Powell. That will go out the near touchline. The Dreadnoughts will have a throw-in. Just on the edge of their own defensive third. 21:35 left to go. As that kicked the other direction by Bella Roller. And it'll go out the near touchline. Puente with the throw-in on the near touchline. Puente throws it in. That headed back the other direction by Alexis Roller. That out the near touchline. Puente will again throw in. Puente. That headed back by Dexter. Kicked up high, coming down. Here comes Jernigan. Jernigan, who collision with Puente. Jernigan tries to kick it over his shoulder with the cross. That kicked away. Good defensive play by Beazle. As that will whistle and stoppage in play. Yellow card will be issued. So Pioneer will start it off on the free kick as Beazle.
Beazle with the free kick.
Will take it all the way back. On the near side of the pitch, I believe that was Alexis Roller who's got put in the book. Beazle fires it down the near touchline. Powell with it. Just on the edge of the middle third, Powell, and that will go out. And Pioneer will have a free kick on that. Set. And looks like, not sure if it'll be Puente or Wilhelm. Looks like it's going to be Wilhelm.
It'll be Wilhelm to take the free kick.
1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Under 20 minutes left to go here in the second half. Wilhelm marks it up high and knocked down and kicked the other direction by Gardner. All the way back over midfield. Pioneer retreats as down on that far side. Beazle trying to get to it, goes out the far touchline. Pioneer with the throw-in. And kicked again right out the far touchline is Stanley with the throw-in. All the way down into the near corner, stopping there. Beam trying to turn on it. That over to Powell. Powell, the edge of the 18, diving down. Wyman able to grab it right between a pair of feet, and Wyman stopping a offensive opportunity for Pioneer. Game remains 1-0. Pioneer with the lead. That ball hits right at midfield, bounces up high. As Beazle trying to knock it down. Fired the other direction. Now grabbed, lifted by Jernigan over into the far corner. And will go out the end line. And that is going to be a corner for Dexter.
Dexter corner. Looks like Dexter, number 32, will attempt the corner. Truesdale.
Truesdale on the corner from the far corner. Truesdale gets set, gets some room to work, raises her hand. Low line drive kick. That batted up into the air. Truesdale plays it, and that goes out. The far touch line. That'll be off of Wilhelm. That will stay a Dexter throw in. Maybe. Maybe not. That will be a free kick for Dexter.
Dexter free kick, number 32, Truesdale.
Fired in, knocked down, out in front, and goes just to the far side of the woodwork. Just a foot or so to the far side of the goal. Knox comes out with it. 17:35, that's set. Beazle will take the goal kick. She takes 3 or 4 steps back, gets some room to work. Now lifts an arcing pass all the way down. Fired ahead, back into the offensive third. Powell chasing it, trying to get to it before Wyman bounced off of Powell's body. Powell now on the near side of the pitch. She fires off a cross. That shot, and oh, it just goes high. Well, if this was the fall, that would have been 3 points on a field goal, but Walter really played it good, and that was Powell doing an excellent job as Wyman tried to get to it before it was in the 18 and kick it away. Powell took it off the body, kept it down on that attacking third, and that led to some good opportunities for Pioneer. Wyman kicks it away, low line drive kick, that will go out the near touchline. Dexter with the throw-in. And is trying to pull it away. Jernigan moves it forward. Wilhelm had it. That is going to be a free kick for Dexter, as it looks like Jernigan's going to take that.
Dexter free kick by
Cabana.
Cabana.
Cabana with the kick. All the way down, headed up by Pioneer, back into the middle third. Now pulling away with it. Here comes Pioneer, launching it down, coming down on the far wing. Here comes Beam with the cross, and that tipped just over the crossbar. As Wyman got a hand on it, drove it high. As that should be a Pioneer corner, as going over to take it, looks like it is going to be our.
Number 21, Audrey Hour.
15:26 left to go here in the second half. 1-0, Pioneer with the lead. Pioneer, the set piece from the near corner and grabbed out of midair. Wyman has made some fantastic plays as she comes to the edge of the 18. Wyman kicks it away. That hits right at midfield. Now headed back the other direction by the Pioneer defense, as that was pulled down. As Beazle got a head on it. Now lifted back. Racing over. Out to go out as Stanley was watching that. Stanley on the far touchline with the throw-in. As bringing it ahead, Karsh racing over, and kicked all the way back into the Pioneer defensive third. Beazle knocks it the other direction. Wilhelm has it. Wilhelm retreating, trying to avoid pressure there by Mint. Wilhelm gets it down on the far touchline. Is trying to come ahead with it. That fired down by Beam. Now coming over, Stanley with it into the near corner, looking to get a cross. That will go out the end line, and that will be a corner for Pioneer, as Hour goes over to take the corner from the far corner.
And Hour will take the Pioneer corner.
13:52 left to go here in the first. 1-0, Pioneer with the lead. In the second, that pulled over, and Wyman grabbed it as that came across and tipped back towards the goal mouth. Wyman wisely seeing that and plucking it up. Wyman Kicks it. High arching kick. Bounces over midfield. Headed up high by Beazle. Racing over to bring it ahead. Here comes Palazzolo. Palazzolo sends it on the near side, trying to move it over to Jernigan. Jernigan with it on the end line. As that will go out and end up as a goal kick, as Beazle able to knock that off of Jernigan. So that will be Pioneer. The goal kick, Beazle has it there. 13 minutes left to go here in the second half. Beazle kicks it away with the right foot. Low kick, gets it ahead to Hood. Hood trying to move it ahead. Loose, controlled by Dexter, trying to bring it the other direction is Mint. Mint lifted the other way by Pioneer. Battle for it. Just in the middle third. As that is going to turn into a Dexter free kick.
Dexter free kick.
No one really coming close to it. Now coming over looking to take that is going to be
CC Palazzolo.
Palazzolo.
Encryption is Palazzolo.
Palazzolo kicks it up, bounces and just goes just to the near side of the post. That will be a goal kick by Pioneer. 11:45 left to go here in the second. As Beazle gets it set on the edge of the goal area. Waiting for everyone to get set. There's the whistle. Beazle. And headed by Dexter. They'll go right out the near touchline. Racing over is Tikekar. Get it over to Powell, and that will go over to Dexter as Cabana will throw it in. Cabana gets that down towards Palazzolo. That'll go out the near touchline. Thrown in over to Alexis Roller, launched high, headed up by Pioneer, racing over Wilhelm, trying to pull that away, is right on the edge of the 18 was Jernigan. Comes all the way over on the far side of the pitch, now coming down the far wing. Here comes Pioneer, launching ahead, trying to get it over to Walter, lift it back the other direction. Beam will throw it in. Volleyed the other direction by Dexter, but out the far touchline. Pioneer with the throw-in into the far corner. Williston trying to get to it, pulled away back there by Scheib. And will be a Dexter throw-in on the far touchline. Headed up, but out by Pioneer. Knocked down by Beam. Now fired ahead by Dexter as they try and get it out of their own defensive third. Moved over to Mint. Mint. It's it Alexis Roller. Alexis Roller launches it all the way back. Stopped by Knox, who picks it up at the edge of the 18. 9:38 left to go here in the second half. Headed up by Pioneer, headed the other direction by Alexis Roller. Loose down, and that will go out the far touchline. Scheib with the throw-in. Williston trying to get to that. Now Williston with the throw-in on the far touchline right in front of the Dexter bench. Williston throws it, then that back over to Auer trying to launch it ahead. That blocked by a Dexter player, still battling for it along the far touchline. That will go out the far touchline. All the way down into Dexter, picks it up off of their defensive side. Bringing it ahead is Truesdale. And rolls all the way down on the near side of the pitch, racing ahead to get it. That'll go out the near touchline. to kicker with the throw in. Poppins, or excuse me, Hood trying to get to it. That knocked off of the fence. To Kekar with the throw into Powell. That goes off of Powell's body. Tipped out of bounds. And that will be Cabana's throw in for Dexter. Cabana throws it in down that far sideline over to Palazzolo. Here comes Pioneers stealing it away the other direction. Wilhelm feeds it down on the near touchline, and that trying to get to it is Powell. Can't quite get to it before it goes out the near touchline. As Cabana with the throw in. And on the Dexter defensive third. Hood gets in the way of it and goes right out the near touchline. Cabana again throws it down, knocked down by Tikekar. Over to Hood, right at midfield. Hood moves it back over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm dribbles to her left, trying to make her way around Mint. Wilhelm puts it all the way down on the far wing. Racing over is Williston. Williston had it, and that in a battle with Scheib back there. That goes out, and that is going to be a goal kick by Wyman. 7 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here in the second half. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Wyman has it set on the edge of the goal area. Wyman kicks it ahead. That grab by Alexis Roller, who blasts it right to midfield. Moved back by Wilhelm. Launched ahead by Beazle. Hood trying to knock it over to Auer. Auer spins with it. Auer launches it, trying to get it over to Powell, and that goes out the near touchline. Dexter with the throw-in on the near touchline. Get to the edge of their own defensive third. That kicks out. And off of Pioneers, 6:20 left to go. Cabana again with the throw-in. Now gets it just right in front of her over to Alexis Roller. Alexis Roller launches it. That back lifted ahead by Wilhelm. Knocked down the other direction. Here comes Hood. Hood just over midfield. Puts it over on the far side of the pitch. Trying to get it over to Williston. Williston trying to get a touch pass to get it back. That moves back over onto the Pioneer side of midfield. Now Neubauer sends it down the far side of the pitch. That knocked the other direction by Dexter, and that'll go out the far touchline. Beam with it on that far touchline. Karsh comes back in for Pioneer. Five minutes, 22 seconds left to go. Trying to get it to midfield. Wilhelm moves it forward to Williston. All the way trying to get it ahead. Move it over to Beam, and that just out the far touchline. Dexter with it there. Lifted in, older to Bella Roller. Bella Roller. Ball bounces towards the edge of the Dexter defensive third. Racing over Hood trying to pull it down now. Karsh stops it. Back over to Hood. Hood moving it ahead to Powell. Powell racing down into the near corner. Powell tries to turn on it as that was off of number 22, Bella Roller. And no, that was off of a Pioneer player. The official in a better position to see it than I was. 4:25 left to go here in the second half. Wyman arcs it down the near side of the pitch. That grabbed over by Graydon. Graydon coming down on the numbers, fires it ahead. Now picked up as Wilhelm trying to move it over. That will be a free kick for Dexter as they'll have it just over midfield.
Dexter free kick, 27, Alexis Roller.
So Alexis Roller in position to take the kick. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left to go here in the second. Knocked down as trying to get to a Beam. Knocked up by Auer. Pulled back as Karsh was trying to get to it. As a whistle, and that'll be a free kick for Dexter. 3 minutes, 22 seconds left to go here in the second. 1-0, Pioneer with the lead. As Alexis Roller, that is 27, right? Does look like 27. Alexis Roller getting it ahead, and Knox grabs it as it headed towards the near pole. Knox sends it towards midfield. Alexis Roller sends it right back towards the 18. Tip back into the middle third. Pull back over on the near side. On the near touchline, turning on it. Hood knocks it towards midfield. Powell trying to chase it. Cabana fires it ahead. Hood intercepts. Hood right down on the near touchline. Over to Powell. Powell over midfield. Powell coming down on the near wing. Powell trying to get around Cabana. They ended up tangled up. That is going to be a free kick for Dexter. 2:23 left to go. That's going to be Alexis Roller on the free kick.
Alexis Roller.
And over midfield, headed up high by Hood. Coming back over, Hood looking to grab it. And pulled back down by Mint. Mint as it pulled away by Wilhelm. Wilhelm cuts ahead, lifts it over midfield. Headed up high by Cabana, back towards midfield. As Karsh going for it, collided. That is going to be a yellow card to Karsh. As Bella Roller ended up down on the pitch. 1 minute, 52 seconds left to go here. As Karsh gets booked. And a free kick by Alexis Roller.
Roller with the free kick.
Roller kicks the ball, headed up high by the Pioneer defense, comes to the edge of the attacking third for Dexter. Powell trying to come around the near sideline. Powell coming down the near touchline, puts it all the way back. That'll go out. And that is going to be a free kick for Pioneer, and that looks like that's going to be a yellow card to Dexter. So Alexis Roller coming off the pitch. It was her second yellow, so that's actually a red. So now it will be 11-on-10 for the rest of the minute 34 seconds. Wilhelm, the free kick, just inside the near touchline, just on the edge of the Pioneer. Attacking third, that launched up high. Inside the 18, trying to get to it is Williston. That goes out the end line. 1 minute, 22 seconds left to go here in the second half, as it is going to be a goal kick. Wyman sets back. Waiting for the whistle. There's the whistle. Wyman comes back, kicks it away. As played off the body, coming down with it is Mint. Mint moves it over. That's sent ahead by Karsh. Powell trying to keep it inbounds.
Under 1 minute.
Just not able to do it. 55 seconds left to go. As that ball on the near touchline goes out. Pioneer with the inbound is Tikekar. Tikekar with the inbound gets it over to Karsh. Karsh over to Powell. And launch back towards midfield. Tikekar with it on the near touchline. That goes out. That'll be a throw-in by Pioneer. 27 seconds left to go. Tikekar on the throw-in. That headed back. Powell plays it off the body right at midfield. Powell Feeds it ahead. That launched all the way back into the Pioneer defensive third. 13 seconds left to go. Knox grabs it up. 8 seconds, 7 seconds left to go. Knox rolls it ahead to Hood. Hood moves it back over as that will go out the near touchline.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And that will do it. Pioneer wins by a score of 1-0.
Great job, teams.
As Karsh with the
Fans,
lone
thank you for
tally.
coming out tonight and supporting Pioneer High School Athletics.
We will be
Please
back
drive
as
safely
we will
to
be
your
back next
destination.
Monday
Enjoy the remainder
with
of your night.
more games. So thank you to my camera person, Christina Wiseman. My name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you so very, very much. Have a fantastic evening and have a great weekend, everyone.